Welcome to the Sharp Trader Academy. My name is Ron, and I'll be taking you through these first introductory lessons. I'll show you exactly what financial markets are and how they work. Now, a financial market isn't all that different from a food market, a flea market, or really any other kind of market. It's a place where people come together to buy and sell stuff to one another. But instead of food, what we're dealing with here is financial assets, financial things. Some people call them financial instruments. Broadly speaking, these assets can be divided into shares, commodities, currency pairs, and indexes. And we can trade in the actual assets themselves. We can also trade in asset derivatives, like options and contracts to buy or sell the assets at some future time. Now, very briefly, shares are a part of a company that the company sells to raise capital. So if you own shares in Apple, you actually own a really small part of Apple. And you'll be getting a share of their profits on a regular basis, unless, of course, they lose money. Commodities are those basic goods that we produce and consume, like oil, coffee, pork bellies, copper, and gold. Currencies are what we use to buy things. But there's a multi-trillion-dollar-a-day market out there of people simply exchanging currency with one another. Indexes are a measure of stock markets, construction industries, public sentiment, and more. And although you can't really trade in an index, you can trade options and CFDs that track them. And as I said, you can trade options and contracts that enables you to invest in the asset's value rising or falling. Now, people have been trading ever since they've had things. Stone Age men traded tools, samurais traded rice futures, and the Dutch traded tulip options hundreds of years ago. The Romans were the ones to invent shares. They created companies owned by Roman citizens to undertake public works like road building. Each citizen owned part of the company and donated either money or slaves to get the roads built. The first publicly traded shares appeared in Amsterdam, when the Dutch East India Company enabled creditors to finance its trips abroad. And in return, they would get a share in the profits. Today, the computer revolution allows anyone who wants to participate in the world of global trade. And you don't need to invest in a single barrel of oil to profit from its wavering price. Your PC lets you see the latest news and financial announcements from the furthest corners of the earth. And a host of online platforms enables you to invest in anything from the euro-dollar exchange rate to shares in Amazon to the NASDAQ and gold. Welcome to Sharp Trader. Welcome to the world.